Hi, my name's Asif Ilyas, and I'm standing here at the runway at Halifax International Airport on the Atlantic coast of Canada. I've been a musician and composer here for about 20 years, and I've always been trying to find a way to marry my love for making music and my love for aviation, and I think I found it. This is Live on the Flight Deck. Hey guys, it's Asif here on board our Boeing 737 getting things ready for the next flight. And today I'm honored to be flying with Canadian musical icon Joel Plaskett. If you're from Canada and you haven't heard of him, you must be living under a rock somewhere, because this guy has practically played the country from corner to corner and has gained a legion of dedicated fans in every one of them. I've been watching his career since the early days of the Halifax music scene, and I have to tell you, this guy has produced such a huge, prolific catalog of material. It's really quite amazing. And he's done it with so much integrity and skill that, it's really something to admire. And today for our flight, we're sitting here on the tarmac in Flagstaff, Arizona, in the southwest of the United States. And we're going to take off and around the Sunset Crater volcano and have a quick look at the Grand Canyon before we turn south and head towards Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully have enough time to fly over the suburb of Mesa, where Joel recorded his hugely acclaimed album called La Di Da. So I'm going to finish getting this bird ready and go get Joel and bring him on board. Welcome aboard, Joel.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Man, I wasn't expecting this. That is too cool. What kind of qualifications do I need to be here?
None, because I have none either.
All right.
And you're probably in good position right there.
Am I good?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
It's
So
sort of
it is-
casual, just sort of low rider.
Yeah,
vibe,
low
you know,
rider.
yeah.
That's right. This is Flagstaff, Arizona.
I've been to Flagstaff.
Have you?
Yeah.
There's the Flagstaff city right there.
Flagstaff is really, it's quite close to a place called Sedona, where,
Yeah.
where all the classic westerns were filmed. It's like
Right.
when you go there, it's insane. It's like you're like, oh, okay, I'm in a western.
So what we're going to do is we're going to put the flaps are down, so you put the flaps to increase lift.
Okay.
And flaps are good, and gear is down, obviously. And I'm going to get you to push full throttle, and then when I tell you,
Yeah.
you're just going to pull back pull back.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm going to keep us down the runway with the rudder pedals here.
Is this how it would normally go? One person knows what he's doing and another who's never flown before, and that's what happens on commercial flights.
That's what
Good. Just to be clear, just
Give us full throttle.
okay.
Oh, he's holding.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
And then
Once
do
we
I
get
have to touch? Do I have to keep a hand here on the throttle, or is it? And we're just going.
We're
now?
going. We're going. I'll control that.
And then I'm going to pull back on this when you tell me. That was, and you're steering.
Yeah, I'm steering right now.
Okay. Well, I won't touch this until you tell
No
me.
problem. Okay, and now go for it. Push
Now, yeah.
There
All
we
right.
go. All right, and you're up. A little forward. A little bit forward.
Stop.
All right.
What does that mean? Pull
It
up?
just means that we pitched up a little too much. We went into a stall.
Oh, yeah.
But it's okay. It's your first time flying. And
Can't see anything down there, man.
then we're gonna take a turn. Once we get a bit of altitude, over that little hill, there's a crater.
Yeah.
It's called Sunset Crater. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's amazing. It's actually right there. You see,
Yeah.
see that flat top?
Mhm.
It's like a volcano.
Like, holy cow. The Arizona is gorgeous. There's this kind of like the landscape's really alien when you're from Halifax.
So what we'll do is we'll turn around and we'll head south towards Phoenix.
All right.
And then we'll play some music.
Cool. Let's do it.
Here, you want to do it?
Okay. So what do I
So
do?
our heading, I think we need to go down like basically 180 degrees. So turn this heading select button
Okay.
and turn it down to 180.
Or this way?
Yeah, any way you want.
So
We're going
to 180?
Yeah, to 180.
Man, if I knew it was this easy, I would have been a pilot a long time ago.
Well, it's funny because we're talking about analog and digital. In 737s, it's all
called glass cockpits.
Right. Right.
Even in the modern cockpit, they still have analog, like,
Right.
fluid gauges.
Right.
Because they're the ones that don't.
That they won't
fail.
Exactly.
Like,
Something goes, a chip goes or whatever,
Yeah.
but there's still an actual physical.
It's amazing how
a physical gauge.
we have so many more options with digital, but still, that stuff that really works, even in airplanes,
right.
is
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's kind of like if you want, if the entire grid goes down and eventually we just lose power completely because, in some sort of apocalyptic universe, you could take your gramophone and get information from a record, wind
Yeah,
it up, and
that's
listen
right.
to it. It's a physical thing, it's like every CD, everything that needs electricity.
I always
is
joke
useless.
about, they put a record on Voyager 1 as
Yeah.
left the solar system.
Right.
There's an actual record playing sounds of the Earth, hello, in all these languages.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I always say, I'm glad it's a record, because if
Yeah.
it was an iPod, it could have could have crashed.
Right.
And nobody out there to reboot it.
Yeah. That song started, I think, I started it kind of even just the chorus I had. I think I was sitting on maybe even before I left Memphis. I left Halifax, and headed for Arizona.
Yeah.
And but I didn't have any of the verses done, because it was after Hurricane Juan tore the roof off the back of our house, and so that was kind of like sitting out on my front porch watching storm clouds,
Right.
And I was away when it hit. And I came home the next day to this like tree down in the yard and the roof blown off the back of the house and all sorts of stuff. And so it was a bit of like, oh man, I'm not even here when this has happened. My wife's kind of dealing with the house and all that. And so it's sort of like it's sort of a song about being a traveling musician, being away when things happen. And then rolled into that trip where I wrote all the verses as I was driving down to Arizona.
Right.
And then I just kind of weaved that story together. I drove through this biblical hail outside of Memphis. It was crazy. It was like, it would slow down. Like at this point on the highway, you're going 2 kilometers an hour and it's just like hail like this,
That's crazy.
just pummeling the vehicle.
That's not in Tornado Alley, is it?
Well, then I went through Tornado Alley. After that, I think that might be in Tornado Alley, but I went down to Austin. I cut across West Texas, and I was driving. I had my Suburban.
Were you by yourself?
I was by myself the whole time, right?
Amazing.
I just stopped and saw
It's
some
like a
people I know.
walkabout,
It was,
Yeah.
and it was kind of an intense trip because I was by myself.
That sounds like
It was a great trip,
Right.
and a lot of fodder for tunes and stuff. So natural disaster kind of thing.
The air was getting heavy. I knew that it was coming, so I started up my Chevy and kept my motor running. A storm came down upon us and flooded all the rivers, surrounded by piranhas and the doctors who deliver anything that you require. And now the fields are all on fire, and I'm calling down the wire. La-di-da, di-da-di-da, batten down the hatches, Becky. Open up the earth and sky. We're waiting on a natural disaster. Sitting out on my front porch, watching storm clouds moving faster, like a natural disaster. With a hurricane between us, I watched it on the TV, the television set. I went down to Phoenix, made a la-di-da CD, but I'm not finished yet. And nobody got paid. It was just like the good old days. Man, you could waste your life away. La-di-da, di-da-di-da, batten Becky. Open up the earth and sky. We're waiting on a natural disaster. Sitting out on my front porch, watching storm clouds moving faster. Like a natural disaster. I left Nova Scotia and headed down the coast. I tore a strip off Memphis after I leveled Roanoke. I punished Pecos County, I got it now, and headed for Las Cruces. Anyone around me will be covered in my bruises. Something to remember me by. You can write my name in the sky. Sing a la-di-da, la-di-da, dee-da-dee-da. Batten down the hatches, Becky. Open up the earth and sky. We're waiting on a natural disaster. Sitting out on my front porch, we're watching storm clouds moving faster. I am a natural disaster. I am a natural disaster.
Awesome place.
Thanks, man. Ah, it's fun. Thanks for the invite. Up high in the make-believe sky.
We're gonna try and land this thing. A mesa.
Yeah, Tempe and Mesa, they're kind of...
Tempe?
Yeah, exactly. You go
We're going
Tempe
over.
and then-
We're going just past Scottsdale down here.
Yes. It's a neat city, but it's also this sprawling
Got all that space.
universe of, yeah, it just goes on, and it's strip mall after strip mall. It's very easy to get disoriented there. Slow ride. Over where? Oh yeah, I see it.
And we are going to put the flaps down now. Take the yoke. We're going to land soon, so I'm going to put the gear down now. Gear is down. Flaps at 40. Gear is down. So try turn a little bit. So
Sorry,
we're
where am I looking?
straight here. See this?
Yeah.
There's our map right there. This is cool.
Oh, it's foggy as a Halifax airport. Bob, it's Joel. I'll be there in 20 minutes.
Right, so we are. Just keep
I'm
it
gonna one-handed this.
Yeah, you one-handed, man.
Look,
Throttle back in a sec. This is pretty good. Very good. Awesome.
That's a problem.
That's a problem.
That's an emergency.
We probably broke the. Here we are at Phoenix International. There it is. Oh man, well it was awesome.
That's an
to have you
awesome
up
ride,
here.
man. That's great. Holy smokes. I'll bring my son next time.
Yeah, anytime.
Baba.
Well man, it was a pleasure flying.
Hey man, thanks.